XRP quadrillions. Let's get into this. Shout out to our brother in space, Smoke, once again doing it big. He has this, and it is really, really something else. As we see here, he mentions the key findings that matter the most. There are 100 quadrillion drops of XRP as Ripple targets the quadrillion-dollar derivatives market. Everybody, for the most part, feels as though that's the biggest whopper of them all. XRP was designed with the scale of global derivatives in mind from the very beginning. And as we see here, we pull this up, and boy oh boy, seeing is believing. We do see that a finite amount of XRP currently exists within the network, and more will never be produced again. 100 billion XRP was released initially when the XRP ledger was created, and the currency is subdivisible up to 6 decimal points, totaling up to a total of 100 quadrillion drops of XRP. If we jump back into it, we also see here from this citation from Kadar AK, Ripple joins ISDA, claims share of 1.2 quadrillion derivatives market. My goodness. And we see also here, Ripple Labs has cast its stone into the vast pond of the derivatives market. Right. Marking significant milestone not only for the company, but also for the larger cryptocurrency industry by gaining membership with the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, ISDA. And on top of that, look at this for a brief moment. When we get into a little bit more about all this, what about the whole thing with Solana? Now, I personally like Solana, and I get it. We should reference this. But Solana's price can be engineered artificially, while XRP's price depends on organic demand and utility. Many people overlook how easily certain price surges can be manufactured. According to Smoke, back in January 2025, Solana's price jumped 63% when Trump-themed tokens launched on its network. But that surge wasn't based on real growth. Those tokens required Sol to repurchase, or to purchase, I should say, which created artificial demand and pushed the price up temporarily. XRP, on the other hand, is built on organic demand and real utility. Its supply is permanently capped at 100 billion units, meaning no new tokens can ever be created to dilute its value. XRP's strength comes from adoption, not speculation. It secures the Ripple network and serves as a bridge currency for international payments. According to Smoke, this is key. As Ripple's protocol continues to expand, the need for XRP grows naturally alongside it. That is the key difference between engineered hype and lasting value. When investors take the time to study what actually drives XRP's demand, the price becomes clear, 100%. Its role as a security mechanism and a bridge asset gives it real function within a growing global network. Ripple's model is designed so that as usage of the network scales, demand for XRP rises with it. Not because of trends or token gimmicks, but basically because the protocol itself depends on it. Checkmark. Look beyond the headlines, I would agree, and focus on what creates real economic value. That is where consistent long-term profits are found in assets driven by function. Not artificial demand. This is all documented. All right, I want to pull this up because I do think this is good. So for one, we did cite that whole thing with Sol. Let's pull this up as well and show you the actual reference. So reference does come from Ripple, but what's important is recognizing the whole thing of sources of XRP demand. Yes, XRP. And as you see here, what is important, as with most other digital currencies, there is a fixed supply of XRP, 100 billion units, as I mentioned before. Ripple Labs' business model is predicated on a belief that demand for XRP will increase, resulting in price appreciation. That is absolutely massive. Glad to share that because sometimes people want to actually see them stated, as in Ripple talking about this price appreciation. If the Ripple protocol becomes widely adopted, this section, or in this section, they will discuss some potential demand drives for XRP. Obviously, we're talking about that. In order for there to be long-term organic demand, As proposed or opposed to purely speculative demand, XRP must provide some utility to its holders. XRP provides utility by fulfilling two functions. Number one, security, and number two, bridge currency. And of course, there's more about this on that page. You're more than welcome to look into it a little bit more for yourself. But again, like some of the other things that are not highlighted, that each account must hold 20 XRP to be valid. Trust line reserves, 5 XRP. Working order reserves, 5 XRP. And again, there's a breakdown if you want to look more into it. The other thing I want to jump into is a little bit more about this whole topic. Because when we talk about specifically what the institutions are doing, seeing is believing. Institutions are in fact currently using XRP as a bridge currency. Some people want to see real examples of how this all came together. And Smoke posted this a while back, but he's resharing it again. I want to reshare it with you guys as well. This is very, very great to see this. I cite Smoke quite often. Yes, I do my own deep dives, but he makes it so easy because he gets right to the point. We see here in the findings, right below MoneyGram Western Union, you do see SBI remit with Ripple. SBI remit is using Ripple as an XRP for a bridge currency to allow fast and cost-effective remittances. That's absolutely major. Word was decided from MasterCard regarding the future remittances in Latin America. And recently we even saw some things about Quant Network with a recent interview of Gilbert Verdian and, of course, one of the top people from LangChain. All right. Do not see how this is all coming together. This other area, digital remittances trend, global examples. Ripple is in talks with over a dozen governments for CBDC development, many of them for cross-border payments. That's also very important to cite that as well. The other area I want to jump into that Smoke also highlighted is this, since we did kind of somewhat touch bases or scratch the surface on specifically Western Union. So what do we have here? Smoke points out, yes, Western Union has already conducted advanced trials using Ripple's technology. Of course, it's documented. Smoke literally posted this earlier today. So I think this is valid. This is great to share this with you guys. As we pull this up, let's put it up on the other screen. We do see here alternative payment infrastructure solutions. Mentioned specifically, I'll keep it maybe just a little bit bigger than that. We see specifically here, since 2014, dozens of financial institutions, including HSBC, UBS, and Western Union, have announced trials or more advanced commercialization efforts using Ripple's technology. We also know that you have these participants, such as Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Santander, and so on, right? Royal Bank Canada, Westpac, Standard Chartered. They became the founding members of the Global Payments Steering Group, which aims to develop rules and governance around the use of Ripple technology for global payments. We've also cited before with Jesse of Apex Crypto Insights that Ripple is the only member of the steering committee with SWIFT. Okay, so again, more and more of these examples. As we see a little bit more about this, I want to point out this. Ripple generates revenue without depending on XRP sales. Yes, without depending on those XRP sales. Ripple generates revenue through XRP-related activities, enterprise software licensing, and transaction fees from its global RippleNet infrastructure. RippleNet participants pay usage-based fees tied to transaction volume, creating a scalable recurring revenue stream. Beyond network operations, Ripple earns returns from strategic investments in blockchain, fintech ventures, and through its line of credit product, which provides on-demand liquidity for cross-border payments. If you're new to all this, on-demand liquidity is Ripple's main product, especially with XRP. These initiatives diversify Ripple's revenue base beyond XRP sales, building a more resilient business model aligned with traditional financial institutions entering the digital asset space. This is key. And it's all documented below, and just kind of showing you the visualizations, as you see here, from PM Insights. And we just basically share that, but this highlights those key things. And on top of that, here's another example, just in case you missed it. We do see here also from the business model about that revenue. Okay, so this is all documented. It's great to see that from our brother in space, Smoke. As we jump more into this and why it matters to you, I've shared this before in the past, but there's a whole new wave of people. Ripple Solution relies on XRP being a higher price. If XRP has a higher price, it increases the value of the solution because it increases the liquidity on the network. With a higher value XRP can convey a higher value than other currencies. And of course, documented. A lot of you guys who are the hardcore XRP fanatics, you already seen this. But again, it's so great to share this once again because as we see, it's all there. When XRP was $2.50 per coin at the beginning of 2018, Chris Larson's Ripple co-founder and former CEO was among the richest people in the world due to his shares of XRP. Further, if XRP has a higher value, like it points out here, it increases the value of the solution because it increases liquidity on the network. With a higher value XRP, that can convey a higher value than other currencies. That's important. And again, pounding all of that home. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And just in case you missed even what he has pinned as a Smoke, some of you guys are new. Some of you are asking, basically speaking, are you too late? I will read this. Understand why you are not too late. So for one, enter crypto. It's the next leg of technology working to help decentralize and distribute networking and the control ownership of those networks. As it blows up on the other screen, I want you guys to see this a little bit bigger and better. Crypto helps solve the biggest bottleneck in the internet, and crypto is nibbling away at centralized networks faster than 99% of the world understands. Have you ever talked to your neighbors about crypto? Have you ever talked to maybe your coworkers? Do you understand that most of them only get one key narrative? They only point out big crashes or when everything went to the moon. It's all about what's in between. We provide you the in between, the actual research. Banks, for example, are already biting their nails about how much decentralized finance, DeFi, could eat away at their bottom line in the next couple of years. If you look at the adoption rate of crypto around the world, it's way faster than the growth of the internet in its early days. That said, if you think you were late to the game, you'll be happy to learn you are wrong. So that's the update. Thought I'd bring it to you guys. I think this is so important to share. A lot of you guys already maybe know about some of this stuff, but there's some in it, or I should say in this outline, that you don't know about. So welcome to all the new people out there. Really appreciate you guys tuning in to these particular outlines, whether they're super long or they're a lot shorter. So hopefully you earned your like. If you're new, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell notification. It really does help this channel grow. With that said, if you listen to the entire outline, type this key comment into the comments because it simply lets me know that you listen to it all, and that is SMQKE, or you just type in Smoke and it just gives me feedback if you listen to it all, because he's a great researcher and he deserves the utmost shout out. So as the saying goes, know what you have, know why you hold it. The research trumps FUD 110%. May the Lord Jesus bless you all. We'll see you on the next one. Over and out.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I have many friends that are earning every single day trading futures on BTCC. It's a simple process, and even if you don't want to learn how to trade, you could follow a trader on the site and let him do the trading for you. And again, I'm not trying to have any of you guys use your hard-earned money to lose anything. You don't know what you're doing? Don't jump into this, but there is money to be made, and don't use your nest egg for leverage trading. Use a separate portfolio. But I suggest learn how to trade. Earn you some extra money on BTCC. It's easy. You don't have to KYC, and you don't have to use a virtual private network VPN. This is a wonderful site. They've been around since 2011. Give them a shot. Also, when you earn that extra money, you can store that on your Decent wallet. The Decent wallet was not affected by the XRPL debacle, where the backdoor of many wallets was open and there was a breach. So Decent wallet was not affected by that. Decent wallet is as safe as you keep your seed phrase. It's a wonderful product, and you can get the discount by using the link. It's the only way to get the affiliate discount, and that is to use an affiliate link. So that link is popping up on the upper right side of your screen, and it is the one that you will use. You will also get free shipping, pick you up a decent wallet today. Secure your assets. If you don't have them stored in a wallet and sitting on an exchange, then you're at risk. So pick you one up today. Thank you.